The political and economic crisis in Europe is deepening after failed attempts to form a new government in Greece, which is teetering on the brink of financial ruin. The impasse, which threatens to derail the Greek bailout, has sent global markets reeling and pushed down the Australian dollar amid fears that Greece will dump the euro and plunge the eurozone into greater turmoil. As Europe correspondent Philip Williams reports, a former government minister has warned the country could face civil war if its economy fails.
It's a depressing fact that the very word Greece is now synonymous with riots, political turmoil, economic disaster. And no one expects it to get any better. The cradle of democracy has become a cot case. The facade, a crumbling reminder of better days. You don't have to look hard to find a society under stress. Amongst the burgeoning new underclass, we found Alexandros Koliambos. He lost his home, his job, and any hope for the future. On a day-to-day basis, how do you live?
Well, the church is giving me a place to sleep and food to eat.
What were you doing before things went bad for you?
I was a computer software engineer.
While his impoverished situation is obvious, there is a much larger problem hidden from view.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. A carpenter by trade, George Savalakis hasn't worked for over a year, and that means absolutely no income. He survives with his wife and child in a small flat at the back of his parents' house. So this is your house? These are your tools?
This is my tools.
Hi, Philip. Baby's here. Hi, how are you? And your baby?
Angelina.
Angelina. Hello, Angelina.
Hi.
Hi. The reason he's showing me his tools is because he wants to demonstrate he's willing and ready to move to Australia. In fact, both he and his wife Leah are desperate to go. How hard has life been?
Very hard. These 2 last years, very hard.
Tell me the sort of conditions you've had to endure.
It was sometimes that we couldn't have food to eat.
They've started the paperwork for what they hope will lead to a better life in Australia. What do you hope will be different in Australia?
We will make a new start. We will be more happy inside of us. She will grow up in a very nice country.
With unemployment over 20% and youth joblessness over 50%, little wonder so many Greeks are looking to escape. What future does she have in Greece?
There is no future for her in Greece. In general, for all the kids here in Greece.
Well, business is down 40%. It could be more.
Australian-born taxi driver Michael Pothitos says he can't afford to wait for better times. After decades here, as soon as his wife's visa is sorted, he's heading for what he hopes are much better times in Australia. Must be quite an emotional thing for you to even contemplate leaving this country.
It is, but as we said, what can I do? I can't stay in one place or working for 12, 10, 14 hours and not earning enough to feed my family.
Is that what it's like now?
Yes, it is. It is. Money's not enough for the bills, for food. It's not enough. It's just only work, home, work. That's all.
Escaping to Australia is not an option for these people, though many Greeks wish they'd go somewhere else. You see the immigrants everywhere in Athens, here selling contraband cigarettes. On a good day, they'll make 5 to 7 euros. That's less than $10. And with the rise in poverty comes the violence. We found Egyptian-born Tariq Samir in an Athens hospital. He didn't want his face shown for fear of reprisal. He was stabbed and badly beaten after a group of 15 or 20 men attacked him as he sipped coffee in an Athens square. They were carrying chains, iron bars, screwdrivers, he told me. The police saw everything and did nothing. He showed me where he was stabbed. After 26 years living legally and peacefully in Greece, he says he won't be forced from this country, though his bloodied clothes will serve as a reminder of those who want all immigrants out. Here, Greeks and immigrants, legal and otherwise, demonstrate against these latest attacks. And there's no doubt about who they think is behind the violence.
The dirty conspiracy against the nationalists.
Nikos Mikaloliakos is the leader of Golden Dawn, a far-right, many say neo-Nazi party. But they won 19 seats at the last election, giving unexpected legitimacy to a party that wants all immigrants forced out of Greece, and landmines laid between Turkey and Greece to keep them out.
I am racist because I want to defend and I want to protect my origin.
Meet Elias Paniatouris, one of Golden Dawn's new MPs and owner of this shop selling police and military clothing and nationalist T-shirts. He denies his party is behind the anti-immigrant attacks, but he does have a plan for every single one of them.
Deport them.
All of them?
All of them.
How many is that?
Nobody knows. We estimate that there are more than 2.5 million.
What about the people that have lived here for many, many years, have
So
jobs?
What? They came illegally in our country. You put them in a bus, you put them in a train, you put them in an airplane, and you send them back to their countries.
Elias Paniatouris says his party's message is proving so popular in Australia, he wants to set up branches there too.
I think that 3 or 4 offices are going to be formed.
This family has plans for Australia too, seen as a safe haven, but leaving is not an option for most. Alexandros Koliambardos cannot escape his situation. Like the Greek economy, his life has withered to a slow shuffle.
I'm a pessimist, yeah.
So do you see Greece going further and further down?
Yes. As far as I'm concerned, this barrel has no bottom.
Philip Williams in Athens.